Yo, what is up, y'all? It's Cone back here again today with another video. And today, I've spent all season talking about how I personally would fix the Los Angeles Lakers. They've had a really up and down season. Last night, before they ended up winning in overtime, they were down 20 to the Knicks, which for a team that's getting fully healthy, you never want to see. So the Lakers, they need to do something. And with the trade deadline 4 days away, I figured now would be the perfect time. Rather than keep telling you how I would fix the Lakers, I thought I would go to Twitter and I tweeted out asking y'all, if you were made the GM of the Lakers tomorrow, what is the first thing that you are doing to fix this Lakers team? And I got a lot of good responses. So today, we're going to see how Twitter would fix the Los Angeles Lakers. By far the number one answer that I got on that tweet, probably like a fourth of the comments, said to trade Russell Westbrook, which hurts my heart as a Russell Westbrook guy, but I get it. He's been struggling part of this season. He got benched last night in overtime, had a really rough game, and so I get it. Now, some of y'all said you would want to trade him for 3-and-D players, which does make sense. The Lakers roster is mostly comprised of 3 players or D players, not much of both of those things, so it makes sense to go out and try and get some of those guys to try and play some winning basketball with LeBron and AD. Some of y'all said that you would take the deal of trading Russell Westbrook for John Wall. That has been rumored, and I'm not quite sure how that would work out because John Wall's not a great shooter. He hasn't played in very long, so I don't know if that would work, but some of y'all kind of just want to shake things up, so I can respect that, trying to make something happen. Some of y'all said for Dame, I don't know how you're going to make that happen. Maybe you have trade override on, like it's 2K or something, but something tells me you're not going to get Damian Lillard from the Blazers for Russ. Maybe you're trying to throw in THT. Maybe you think you have more picks than you do, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe you're a better GM than I am, but for me personally, I don't think that's going to happen. So very bold, but I kind of respect it. So trading Russ, by far the number one thing. Behind trading Russell Westbrook, by far the second most popular answer was to fire Frank Vogel. And I get it, he's been on the hot seat for a while now. There was a time where he was like day-to-day coaching for his job, which is a ridiculous sentence to say. I just don't know who you bring in instead, whether it's like a Dave Fizdale or a Phil Handy off the bench. I don't really think you can bring anyone from the outside at this point in the season to really make things better. So you'd probably have to go with one of those guys. I do respect trying to make some kind of change. I just don't know if it's too late at this point to fire Frank Vogel, but by far the second most popular answer from y'all was to do that. So it seems like y'all, if you had the option, would move on from Frank. Beyond those two big things, it was kind of a mixed bag of other things y'all would do. Some of y'all said make kind of some smaller moves. For example, my guy Kane, he said he would look for a decent 3-and-D player, maybe trade like a THT, who's probably their best trade piece, trade guys like DeAndre Jordan and Kent Bazemore for minimal return to free up some roster spots for the buyout market, and then you just kind of look at that. I think that maybe is like the best case scenario for the Lakers. I don't think you're going to get much in a Russ trade. I think maybe just looking at the buyout market and trying to get maybe some small pieces back to kind of just shuffle things, including trading THT for a 3-and-D player, is probably a pretty good move. So these are moves that make a lot of sense to me. So if y'all remember from the original tweet, I said that you're the GM and your job is to fix the Los Angeles Lakers. And some of y'all said, screw that second part, I'm going to do right by my team. So a lot of y'all said, trade LeBron for a bag of scraps to your own teams. And, I respect the grind. People saying, oh, I'd trade LeBron to the Sixers for Tobias Harris, to the Blazers for Keldon Blevins, to the Blazers once again for mini LeBron, aka Eric Bledsoe. So I respect the grind. You're willing to get fired to try and get your favorite team a championship. And to me, that is the ultimate level of fandom. So I can truly appreciate that. But some of y'all were even just saying trade LeBron like seriously, in that you're mad at him for his GM moves. You think that he's old. You would trade him for like picks and young players to build around AD and Russ. I mean, sure, I can't say LeBron, in my opinion, is the problem here, but maybe this is y'all being the GM, so I won't give too much input here. I just say personally, I would hold on to one of the greatest basketball players of all time, but that's just me. And some of y'all thought very out of the box for your solutions, including Riley Likes Basketball, who said that they would trade all of their players for cash considerations to pay scientists to build a cloning machine and immediately make 15 more LeBrons, including, one extra to be the head coach, thereby getting rid of the Frank Vogel problem. So, I mean, if you run out a lineup of 16 LeBrons, I feel like there's a pretty good chance they would win a championship, so I can't say that this is wrong. I feel like there might be something in the NBA rulebook. I haven't asked Adam Silver specifically if you can clone players. I don't know if they would have to go through the draft, if you would have to sign them in like the buyout market or something. What if one of the LeBrons wants to leave and go play in Miami? So, I feel like there's a couple kinks you maybe need to work out, but overall, pretty solid plan. You had Jake, who said that he would suit up at the point guard position, and I can respect that. If you're not feeling Russell Westbrook, maybe you think that you are the true hooper that the Lakers need to win the championship, so I can respect the confidence. And then you've got Aiden, who says he hates the Lakers, so he's going to release LeBron to free agency, trade Anthony Davis for a protected second-round pick and Mario Chalmers, and then after that, they're going to try and build around Russ and Carmelo Anthony while trading for Colin Sexton, put him in that lineup, and then start Cam Reddish at the center. So, the Mario Chalmers, Colin Sexton, Russ, Melo, Cam Reddish, big five. I can't say I've seen many better teams than that. I think that team would probably win at least 3 games out there in the Western Conference. So not a bad plan. Maybe you then go and get the first overall pick. Maybe you use that first overall pick to draft a cloned LeBron. Maybe you combine those 2 plans. But, I appreciate the creativity that some of y'all brought to this challenge. My guy Aaron even said, just tell the team to win more games, which, to be honest, I don't know how the Lakers haven't tried that yet. So if anyone has some connections to the Lakers front office, please send them this video and this tweet in particular, because, maybe this itself could fix their season. Not sure how they haven't thought of it yet, but it's pretty brilliant. There were a few of y'all who said that you would build a time machine, whether it's to go back to 2020 or even earlier, to try and fix this whole mess before it happened, and I can respect that. Working hard enough to build a time machine just to fix the Lakers, I personally feel like you should get a bit of a raise and be more than just the GM, but putting in 100% effort, I can respect that. Matthew C25 would trade LeBron for Chris Chiozza. Max said he would probably trade the entire roster for a Crunchy Taco Supreme and a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Now I'm hungry. Jay Sean Tate Burner said he would sign me to a 4-year, $158 million contract and trade Russell Westbrook. This is my personal favorite option. I'm not sure about y'all. Not sure if it would fix the Lakers, but it would fix, a lot of things for me. So thank you, Jay Sean Tate. Brian said he would build around Dwight Howard to try and recreate his Orlando Magic days. So Brian is tanking. You can really tell that this Lakers situation is pretty dire when a large majority of you just said you'd give up. You said that you would just quit, you'd take the money, you would just give up in general, fire yourself was even one of the answers. So, not even willing to give it a go. And I can't blame you with the way that things go, with how Lakers fans can be towards teams that aren't having a lot of success. So I don't necessarily blame you. That is something I would probably consider. And finally, a lot of y'all just said, let's relocate. This thing there's no way to fix this. Let's just start over. I saw some Seattles. I saw some Minneapolis. I think I saw a couple Vegases. People just, trying to move the Lakers wherever they want to. And, maybe at that point, that's what the Lakers need. Maybe they need a reset. There's so much history in Los Angeles. But at this point, let's just reset the whole thing. Seattle deserves a team. Minneapolis probably misses their team. They've done some throwback jerseys. So, at this point, maybe it's just time to reset. And it seems like a lot of y'all went with that. So, I appreciate the boldness that you're going for, moving one of the NBA's most historic franchises because of what's going on. And that is how Twitter would fix the Los Angeles Lakers. Let me know what you thought of the responses in the comment section below. Let me know if you want to see more of these videos. I thought this was a pretty fun idea. I had a really good time filming it and looking through your responses. Thank you so much for all of those. Let me know in the comment section below how you would fix the Los Angeles Lakers and if you want to see more of these videos. If you made it to the end, make sure to leave a like and subscribe because you must have enjoyed the video at least a little bit. I appreciate y'all watching. I will see you all later. Real one, say it back.